Alright, today we're going to talk about adding and subtracting inequalities to solve them. So, first thing is that we have a plus 7 is less than 21. And we know how to solve one-step equations. The inequality serves as the equal sign still. We don't have to change any of that. So, to get rid of what's bothering my a, which is plus 7, I would subtract 7 on both sides. I would get a is less than 14. Fortunately or unfortunately, we have to graph it. And we would have an open dot, and it's less than, just to the left. On number 2, we have 5 bothering my x, so I get rid of it by subtracting 5. X is less than or equal to 13. So we have 13. And we have a closed dot this time because it's less than or equal to, and less than is still to the left. On number 3, I have a positive 10, so I get rid of it by subtracting 10. N is greater than or equal to negative 12. I have a closed dot because it's equal to, and greater than is to the right. Let's try one more. K plus 6, so I subtract 6 to get rid of it. Negative 10 is less than k. Now, negative 10 is less than k is difficult to deal with. We could rewrite it as k is greater than negative 10. That for me is easier to understand. So if I read it backwards, k is greater than negative 10, I can rewrite it much easier. So now I have an open dot on the negative 10, and k is greater than, so I'm moving to the right. Go ahead and try 5 through 11, and then 12 and 13 as well, and we will go over some of these word problems. So we're doing the same thing we had done before, just now we have inequalities. 5 more than a number, so I have the than rule, it tells me to switch. So I have a number, and 5 more than that is at least 13. So what I want to ask myself is, can it be greater than 13 or can it be less than 13? And then I always ask, can it be equal to? So 5 more than a number is at least 13, can be equal to 13, is at least 13 would tell me that 13 is the smallest number it could be, so it could be greater than 13. So we have greater than or equal to. And once again, instead of finding the equation and solving it, we're just going to find the equation for now. Number 15, the difference between a number and 11. So let's start with that. The difference between a number and 11 is less than 8. So some of them are really straightforward. Number 16, 9 less than a number. There's my than. So I take number first. 9 less is more than 4. 17, the sum of a number and 17 is no more than 6. So we have a sum of number and 17 is no more than 6. So it could be less than 6. And is no more than could be equal to 6. If I said you have no more than 1 hour's worth of homework, it could equal an hour, but it would not be more than an hour. Numbers 18 through 20 are the word problems. There are more than 250,000 species of beetles. So I might write that down right now. There's more than 250,000 species of beetles. A science museum has a collection representing 320 of these species. So if the science museum has 320, we don't know how many more than 250,000 species there are, so we have to just write an X to figure out, or to represent how many more species of beetles there are. Once again, we're not going to solve it, we're just going to write it. Peter must write an essay with more than 500 words for his English class, so he needs more than 500 words. So far, he's written 245 words. And to finish our inequality, we don't know how many more words he's going to write over 500, so we're just going to use an X. We can say that he needs to have at least, 256 words, but it could be any number beyond that. And number 20, at the gas station, Elena bought a quart of oil for $1.50, and she filled her car with gas. Her total was less than $40. Write and solve an inequality to find how much she spent in gas. So she bought 1 quart of oil for $1.50, plus she spent X amount of dollars on gas, but all of it was less than $40. Could have been $20, could have been $39, we don't know, so we're just going to use X. Finish those problems up for homework. Have a great night.